Hello and welcome you to the video lecture classes of Neelachal Polytechnic. I am your faculty Dipankar Ghosh. In my previous videos, we will already start to read about the braking system. Up to mechanical brakes, we already completed. So in today's video, we are going to read about hydraulic braking system. As you saw in the screen, it is the systematic diagram of a hydraulic braking system which is used in car. So the hydraulic braking system actually works on Pascal's law, and as per the construction is concerned, the main components of hydraulic braking system are two major components, that is, one is your master cylinder and the other major component is your wheel cylinder, or it can say as a slab cylinder. So first of all, just I want to elaborate about the constructional part. So here you can see this one is the brake pedal, here it is the brake pedal, and here we are having the master cylinder. In the master cylinder we are having two ports, one is intake port here and another one is bypass port, and in the top of this master cylinder we are having a reservoir. Here in the reservoir we store the brake fluid onto it, and which are having a cap, and in the cap it is mentioned the label. So up to which mark we have to provide the hydraulic brake fluid onto it. So this is the, and for this we are having a piston arrangement and we are having a spring here. So from this your master cylinder, it is connected through the pipeline to the slab cylinder and or the wheel cylinder. So as per the wheel cylinder is concerned, it is, as per the construction, it is having opposed piston type and which is separated by a spring. So now here these are all pipelines which are separated here, and we are having here in the front wheel it is having this type, and in the rear side it is having the drum type braking system. So now let's watch the video how it is actually work. So now now the wheels are get rotating. Here it is having drum brake, and here it is having a disc brake. So let us assume that the car is running at present. Okay. So now when the driver depresses, as per the working is concerned, we are having a brake pedal and having a brake boosters here. So when the driver, this is the construction, we are having a spring master. This is a master cylinder spring, and here when the driver depresses this pedal, so what's happened due to the force of the pedal lever force, then what's happened? It is actually the master cylinder piston to move against the force of the spring. Now you can see here clearly that how it is work. Then when they open the valves here, so what's happened? Whatever the liquid which is present inside the reservoir is going to pass through, and it's so full flow through the pipelines, and finally go through the pipelines. It will get enters into the wheel cylinder, into the wheel cylinder. Okay. Now so still we are having, now we are zooming it. Now you are having in the another view you can find here. So when the brake fluid is entered here, now you can see it clearly when it is enter here. So it will push the brake shoe towards the disc, and when the disc has been in contact with the brake shoe, the friction takes place, and due to that friction, what's happened? The speed of the disc will get reduced and finally stop. Now go through the rear side of this. So here you can find in the rear side of this, so it should enter into this piston. Now here you can see, then now you can see when the brake fluid is enter into here in this position. So what's happened? The pistons are moves opposite to each other, and we are having a spring in this position. So like you can say, against the force of the spring, the pistons are moved against the opposite to each other. And when these pistons moves opposite to each other, what's happened? The brakes, it expand the brake shoe. That means the brake shoe are moving towards the drum. Okay, so it is having internally expanded brake. As already we read about in my previous video, already I discussed about this matter, about the mechanical brakes. Okay, so now when these pistons moves against each other, first it actuates the brake shoe, and when the brake shoe are expand, in the outer surface of the brake shoe, brake linings are present. So definitely brake lines are also expand, and when the brake linings are expand, it finally touch with this drum, and due to this touch, friction takes place, and due to that friction, what's happened? The speed of the drum is reduced, and finally it should break or lock the wheel. So that is how the hydraulic brakes are come into work. Now you can see again. So how the expand, and now you can see due to here the pressure takes place, and due to the pressure the speed of the drum should be reduced, and finally the brakes are engaged. Okay, so now let us discuss about some advantages and disadvantages. This hydraulic braking system is we are using only this hydraulic braking system. We are using, the advantages are we are using for it because it is very smooth to operate. Again, no noise are get formed. And as per the disadvantages point of view, if any leakage is found inside anywhere of the system, then the total braking system may get failure. And also the second disadvantages is that it required a maintenance. Okay, so in regular interval of time, it required a maintenance. That means it need the change of the brake fluid. You have to check it regular interval. Again, if in case any leakage is found, then the total braking system may fail. And the application point of view, the hydraulic brakes are extensively used in car. So it is extensively used in car, and sometimes in the motorcycle also. It is again work in the form of disc brake, which is generally fitted on the front wheel. This is all about our hydraulic braking system. Thank you. See you in the next video.